Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Here's Steven Sims with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Running once more with Henry. And this one doesn't go far. 3 yards almost gets him back to even, but it's going to be 3rd and 11 now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Jackson now on 3rd. Buying some time left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Eagles will take possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. That stop made by T.J. Watt. No gain on the play that time, and it'll be 3rd and 12.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
And the Ravens go in nickel, 3rd down. Looking to throw Mahomes. Able to get it to Barkley. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Again, Mahomes to throw. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he's taken down at the 30. He goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Another throw for Mahomes. Escapes out to the left. He's on the move. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. All right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll return to the link right after this. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. From the red zone now. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Barkley. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Eagles get the game's first points here in the second. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
It's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their second possession. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. They've got first down from the 31. From the gun, Jackson gets this one to Andrews. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Finding Flowers. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
1st and 10 from the 41. A tight end in motion now. Out of the gun, Henry. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Now it's Sauce Gardner dropping him there. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
This is Henry on second. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. They send a receiver in motion right. First down, here's Lamar. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
This one's taken in by Hill. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Got his target, it's Hill. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Flowers will go in motion left. Play fake, Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that brings up 4th and short. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Complete Derrick Henry. It's inside the 10. Takes it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens earn the chance to tie before halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens tie this game 7-7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. Not a whole lot of time left for them to put something together here before the break. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss. The Eagles setting out their offense one last time in the first half. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They'll stick with the ground game here. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So to begin the 3rd quarter, the Eagles offense returning to the field. And this is an important drive to get momentum back after that touchdown tied things up. First and 10 now from the 30. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10 from the 41. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Into traffic, complete. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Throwing again, Mahomes. He completes it in traffic. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Motioning the tight end now. Third and short. Here's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They have themselves another first and 10. Back to the air, Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That pass complete to Goedert. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And he scores! It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown! Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Sims now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Three quarters in the books from this one. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Another run for Henry. And he finds him enough room to get it up to the 42-yard line. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
On second down, here's Henry again. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
He's back to throw. He's got Andrews. Ooh, and he's out of bounds before he can break it upfield.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. He breaks the tackle, and he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And give him 6 on the run as that play takes us to the 2-minute warning. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They go to Barkley again. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. set of downs for him at the 38. You're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. The defense takes its third and final timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Barkley trying this up the gut. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. 2 yards the pickup. They're going to be left with 4th and 4. A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a 2-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Lamar now from the gun. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Here's Steven Sims to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now the first carry for King Henry. And a short pickup to about the 30. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Burrow here on 2nd down. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A give right up the middle to Henry. And he's going to get it. First down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Quickly into the hands of Chase. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Jackson. Right back to Chase. He's got it again. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
They'll run it on first down with Henry. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. They'll go again here with Henry. Henry rumbles to the first down and more. The speed on display. He's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Devontae Smith there to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready for their second possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Derwin James there defensively to break that one up.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given. But it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills, and you saw them on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
That's complete. Tight end Goddard. 18 yards on the pickup there. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he is going to go down. They sack him to end the 1st quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. Paris Evans on the scoreboard. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A run with Barkley. And he'll take this up past the 40, a pickup of 5. Third and long. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's caught, Saquon Barkley. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do, and they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Third and short, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, Jackson. A quick slant taken by Chase. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. To the air one more time with Jackson. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. Again, it's Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd, and they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Jackson up top again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. Jackson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. Now, Jackson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
3rd and goal for Jackson. And he's in! Lamar Jackson! Touchdown, Ravens.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
The kick is good. Next to score, Ravens 14, Eagles 7.
Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
2nd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
14, Eagles 7.
3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Here's Smith to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Eagles offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Man in motion is Smith. On 1st and 10, Burrow. That's taken in right side by Goddard. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it here with Saquon. Yeah! And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Jefferson.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do. How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Burrow working in the pistol. A pass caught by Saquon. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Ravens 28-yard line.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Throwing is Burrow. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. In the pistol, Jackson ready. This throw right is taken in by Flowers.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
In motion comes Andrews. On play action, here's Jackson. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. It's a big one for the Ravens. 36 yards. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. On the ground, this is Justice Hill. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Jackson now on 2nd down. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
That is caught by the tight end, Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Ravens 21, Eagles 7.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Here's Smith to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. They'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
And the Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Two timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's first and 10. Man in motion is Smith. On first down, Burrow. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll let this go for Goddard. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. To stop it here with 1:07 on the clock. This is first and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Burrow here on second down, and that's going to be incomplete. coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And third down coming up. Back to throw, Burrow. He's got his man, Jefferson. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
That's to the sideline and pulled in by Brown. The Ravens offense ready to get back to work. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Down to a knee, here goes Jackson. And that should do it. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.